I'm going to be doing my skill for changing a bed that's occupied and unoccupied. I don't have really anybody to like demonstrate for my occupied bed, but really essentially when you're making an occupied bed, you want to make sure you cover your resident with the bath blanket and roll them to the side. Roll all your linens out, gather them, fix the bed on that side, roll your resident to the other side, make sure their head's supported with a pillow, and finish making the linens on that side, remove the dirty ones, roll them away from you, and then get your resident back comfortable and make sure their call light's within reach and whatnot. So for this one, I'm just going to do it in an unoccupied bed, but explain the part with how it would be if I had a resident in the bed. But when you first come in, you want to knock before you enter and make sure you identify the resident, or make sure you provide your privacy and do your hand hygiene. And then I don't have a bag to put my dirty linens in, but I'll just say that I have one over here. That's the best I can do. And I'm going to go ahead and make the bed. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and raise all my rails up. Or actually, I should probably, my bed should have been in lowest position. I'll start from lowest position and go from there. These beds are a little bit difficult where the unit I work in, so it might take me just a minute. Okay. So, starting from now, I'm going to go ahead and raise my bed up. I'm going to go ahead and put my side rails up. Sorry. Bring on my rails. I'm going to go ahead and bring them. These beds have a safety lock on them, so it takes just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and raise the bed up. For good body mechanics. Raise it to about right there. I don't have a comforter, I don't have a bath blanket, so I'm just gonna kind of go through that and just kind of, I'm gonna use a blanket the best of my ability for a comforter because we don't have these in my unit. So, my linens are gathered. I'm gonna go ahead, not them, but I got me a towel, because I'm gonna gather my linens and put this, these aren't really that long, put the towel across my arm, like this, but I'm gonna do an opposite order of what I need. So it'll be my pillowcase, put it down first, then put my comforter, blanket, my sheet. Use this another sheet of my girl sheet and my fitted sheet. And then if I had a resident in the bed, I'd have a bath blanket to cover them up with before I start moving the bed. Another thing with the sheets here, they all have hem stitching on each side, but you want to make sure that the hem stitching is facing away from the person, and the draw sheet, the hem stitching should be facing towards the door. So I'm going to go ahead and put my gloves on. Go ahead and remove the linens. Make sure I don't shake any linens or anything like that. So, go ahead and lower the rails on the side I'm working on. Like this. Raise down. If I had a resident, I would move the pillow over here and roll them this way. But I don't, so I'm just gonna kind of, I'm gonna do it as if there was a person in the bed, but just gonna get all my, and we don't usually put a draw sheet on our bed, so there wasn't one on this, so I'm just gonna roll the linens away from me. Yes, I can. Okay. Then I'm going to start making my bed and get my fitted sheet. Like I said, if I had a resin, I would have had it covered it with a back blanket and rolled toward the side closest to the rails as possible. After I get my fitted sheet and take, we don't have draw sheets here, so I'm just using a regular sheet. And I'm just gonna roll it down like this. But the hem stitching will be facing the door. Like I said, here we don't do draw sheets, so it's kind of different. Bring this part under and out. Okay, at this point, I'm going to go, I've got mine, this is going to be my example of my draw sheet, got my fitted sheet, and then go ahead and raise my rails up. I don't have a bedside table either, so my linens are over here. I'm just going to work the best I can. Then I would come over to this side. If I had a resin, I'd kind of their pillow over, roll them towards this way. So I'm going to go ahead and roll them over. Go ahead and keep folding my linens up. So they roll away and then discard into a bag or laundry hamper for the dirty ones. Roll them away. At this point you can take off your gloves. Yeah, take those off. So then I'm going to come over, go ahead and finish putting the corners of the fitted sheet on. Make sure they're really tight. It's hard with these beds how they're made to kind of get the sheets on. I kind of have to pull these up to get the fitted sheet on. Go ahead and I could lower, I'm supposed to lower my rail kind of work on. That helps. Bring my draw sheet over. Tuck it in under here. That helps with like moving the position. So get that in there. And then my sheet. I'm going to kind of work the wrinkles out of the fitted sheet because it won't be neat. Fix it over here on this side. Fix that. I'm going to take my sheet, top sheet. Like I said, all of ours has stitching all around it. So you want your hem stitching to be facing away. And then you're going to kind of aren't long enough. I'm gonna pull them up. Then we don't have comforters, so I'm gonna use a blanket as my comforter. Try to fit it. These aren't long enough to reach like a regular comforter and stuff would, but do it to the best of my abilities. So I got. Then I'm gonna miter my corners. So I would get my sheet and stuff right here and bring it in and out like this. Or I've got enough really to work with. Pull in and then pinch out. Pinch right here. It's hard because these sheets are usually fold up to make like the triangle, and then tuck this in and then fold that down so it makes the mortar corner. Miter corner. We're going to do the same thing on this side. These sheets really aren't long enough to mortar corner with, but these are kind of hard to mortar. It kind of messed up over here where I pulled on this side, but just, I'll do it again on this side to kind of show better how to do that. Miter in the corner. Bring it out. Tuck in. Bring this up. And pinch here. I don't have enough to work with. I'm sorry. Bring it up. Let it fall. Bring it up to a triangle. Tuck in here. Miter's the corner. These sheets that work too well with doing that. And then straighten it. I'm not really shipping raised over here because I come back to that side working. But then when you get that done, you got the back blanket from out under the resident, and you roll them back and make sure they're comfortable, and then change the pillowcase. I didn't have one of these originally, but you would take the dirty pillowcase off. I can. You recording?
Mm-hmm. I'll go ahead. 5 minutes.
5 minutes? 5 minutes of what?
Food.
Okay. Sorry. And then we change the pillowcase. And you're gonna put in here. And you would put the pillows back under. Make sure they're comfortable, and you can go ahead and raise the bed right now to lowest position. This bed's taking a minute. Then you can lower your rails back down. Just leave it all up there. It's better. And just make sure it's gonna straighten up as neat as possible. And then you make sure the call light was in reach, and just record your observations if you had any, and just make sure their call light's within reach and their needs are addressed, and that's it. And like I said, for the steps for a occupied, you roll them how you need to each side and kind of work the linens from underneath them. And that's the Yes, I put together the occupied and the unoccupied bed. And I'm sorry for my interruption. I had one of my coworkers, and I tell you to the beds.